Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is Mother Ramani, and we're going to do a video here with her nursing her baby Purnima and me milking alongside her. Per the request of one of our subscribers, uh, we're going to make this video. Here at New Gokul, we aim to please the devotees and our YouTube subscribers. So you can see I already tied one of her feet, and I will tie her other foot so you guys can see how that happens. Now we tie her feet back. She's very new to milking her baby. It's our first baby, and we want the baby to be able to nurse without fear of kicking. And also it helps us not to lose the milk. She's usually pretty good, and then towards the end, she gets a little kicky, but we manage. Her feet are in a pretty good position now, but we just very gently, if we wanted her to move her foot back, we just very gently pull and say, Ramani, foot back. Ramani, this foot back. And you see she would give us her foot. And we could pull it back, but she's actually in a perfect stance there, so no need to mess with her. She did luckily learn a solid milk cow stance. Some of the cows that weren't first-time mothers with me, they have ballerina toes, and they'll kind of stand in a fourth or fifth position, a ballet position, when they go for milking. So we've been working on that. So we kind of put our little bucket here, and we have our little water bucket ready. We kind of put them towards the back because what will happen when the baby comes to nurse, often she'll pass some urine. All right, Purnima, time to help. Purnima, time to help. Come on, time to help. Let's go. Time to help. You're not going to hold the river? Okay, good girl. All right, time to help. So we do let the baby kind of suckle for a little while under the mother. We've been training the mothers to drop the milk to the effect of feeling the warm wash rag. Now this baby in particular, and it's totally normal for babies, they like to eat the soil to kind of inoculate their gut. We asked the vet about it, and she says, yes, this is very normal. So we also like to clean the baby's mouth as well before we start milking for the devotees. Okay, hopefully that'll give a good angle. So once the baby's been suckling for a little while, I'll go ahead and bring the water in. And the first thing I'll do is I'll just kind of wipe the baby's mouth to make sure she doesn't have any excess soil in there. And it's just a little dirty this morning, not too bad. And then we wipe the udders. We wipe in between the udders So you can see there's quite a bit of soil. The cold weather has started to come a bit in the evening, so we use warm water for this once the cold weather comes to keep the mothers nice and comfortable. And also we put a little salve on their udders after the nursing because they're a little chafed and they get a little sore, and then it's painful for them to nurse the babies. So you can see a little dirt is still coming. And we also like to wipe around the udder, because what will happen as we're milking, that stuff that's around the udder will start to come down. Now I have some very small injuries on my hands. They're not bleeding or anything, but because I nurse not just for myself but a community, when I have any small cut or anything on my hands, I also nurse with gloves on. So I'll wear gloves today because of those small cuts on my fingers. Even though they're not bleeding, you know, it's the right thing to do. So when you're training a new cow, dropping the milk can become an important thing. And if the cow isn't comfortable, instead of the cow learning to drop their milk, they may learn to hold the milk. So we've done a lot of changing our program here at New Grove Pools, because last season we had some cows that were holding milk when they came in the Goshala instead of dropping milk. So our goal was to determine a stimulus that would be good once the baby was weaned to still have the mothers drop the milk. And so by allowing the baby to nurse first and then come in a minute or so afterwards and wipe the udder seems to be very efficient at getting the mother to drop the milk. Baby Cornina here had a situation where she had to go to the doctor in the morning and go under some anesthesia, and so she didn't get to eat that morning, and so I milked her mother for the first time without her, and when I kind of simulated the nursing process before wiping the udder just with some salve on my hands and pulling at it, and then I wiped the udder and she dropped her milk. So in that way we can understand that it was a success to train this mother to drop her milk with the wiping of the udder. So this back udder, because it's on her side, I don't want to nurse it out all the way because I'll take this one. That way she still has another to drink from. We like the baby to have as much as she wants. And this baby, she's very interesting. Once she's kind of done, she'll just still remain under the mother with her nose kind of there next to the udder without suckling. Okay, so now she's going for this back udder. I can see that she's ready for another udder, and so it's not uncomfortable for the mother once she suckles there for a second and kind of opens it up. Um, this mother, even if you just stop milking for a second, her milk becomes difficult to come through. It's almost like she can constrict the valve inside of her teat and make it difficult for the milk to come. So the baby will open that up for me, and then we'll switch, and I'll give her this one. And that way it's not uncomfortable for the mother to have a crisscross on her udder with me milking and the baby kind of pushing with her head on her. Okay, she's ready for another one. And so then I'll check these. See, she doesn't necessarily empty them all out. But she wants a different one, so we let her have a different one. We're just milking with the baby. We're not trying to take the milk from the baby. We want her to have enough. So this baby, she's not very vigorous when she milks. Some of them are. So you can see when I'm milking, and it kind of gets to the end, if you push up into the udder, it will give more milk. Now, a lot of the babies are really voracious, and so they kind of just normally do that with their nose and their mouth. But this baby doesn't do it so much. So she'll fail to get that last bit and empty the mother completely. She was one of our babies who needed some assisted nursing, but she's done really well since she learned to nurse, aside from not emptying the mother completely. So you see, this is what'll happen towards the end with poor Nima. She's full, but she just kind of sits there with her head. So I'll go ahead and empty the mother now. And she just kind of hangs out there. And even if I give her a chance to take from any of the others, she just kind of fiddles. She doesn't nurse. So some cats will just go and lay down once they're full. But she just kind of keep standing there. And she'll just kind of play around. She's real cute that way. You know, when she was a baby, this was how she was. Before she would start nursing, she just knew to put her nose there, but she didn't know how to suckle. So I guess it's just the behavior that stuck around. Well, my mother, Rami, is doing a really nice job. Usually about this time, she becomes a little kicky, but she seems to be acclimating nicely to having her udder emptied all the way out. No kicking. There she goes. She gets a little kicky towards the end. So we just make sure all the others are completely empty. Failure to empty the udders could cause mastitis, especially with a baby like her who won't get that very last bit out of there. With most mothers, we send them out to the field together, so with most mothers we wouldn't really be so concerned because the babies are really voracious. But with baby Purnima, we're a little concerned just because she won't take that last milk and we don't want her mother to get mastitis. So then we take the milk and we filter it, and then I'll come back and wash her udder again and put some salve on it because her udder is a little chafed. So this is some salve that I made from comfrey. Comfrey is a great skin heal plant, and it's just a comfrey and coconut oil. So during the day, because it's less goopy, I put this on her during the day, and then in the evenings, I put just an udder balm on her, but it's a little more sticky. But while the baby's out with her, we don't want the baby to be deterred from nursing because of a thick udder balm. So this kind of just coconut oil and comfrey extract is really nice. So we just want to wipe all the sticky milk off, and then we dry her off. And it's just in the cold weather, you know, it's this cow didn't suffer any injury. We do have a cow that did suffer an injury, and I suppose I can make a video about her. She got into a thorn bush and it caught her udder, and she had quite a wound there. It took off some of the bottom of her teat, and we've been treating her twice a day, putting some antimicrobial stuff on her udder and her teat and wrapping it. So maybe this evening I'll make another video for her. So I put this stuff on pretty liberally, and almost all of the chafeness is starting to heal on her, so that's really nice. Good for her, good for me. Good for me because it means that when we go through this procedure, she's not so kicky. The past couple of days, she's been really kicky towards the end, but we could see today she was real mild. So we just put this on her little chafed area. All right. And then I'll let her keep eating until she's full. And when she stops eating, I'll go ahead and let her out with the rest of the herd. Now we do have 2 other cows on medical, so I'll stop the video, and if they'll let, we'll take a video of what's going on with them. Hare Krishna.